Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about Canada to halt low-wage LMIAs for Montreal effective September 3rd. Starting September 3rd, 2024, a significant policy shift will take effect in Montreal as Canada moves to halt the issuance of low-wage labour market impact assessments. This new directive aims to address labour market imbalances and ensure that foreign workers fill roles that are critical and challenging to recruit locally. The change will impact employers seeking to hire low-wage international workers, altering the landscape of labour market policies in Montreal. If you are interested in this topic, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. In a significant policy shift aimed at addressing the ongoing concerns of local job market saturation, the Government of Canada has approved a provincial request for a temporary freeze on the hiring of temporary foreign workers in low-wage occupations in Montreal. This move will come into effect on September 3, 2024, and marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing debate over the balance between supporting local employment and meeting the labour needs of businesses. The measure is set to be in place for 6 months beginning September 3rd. For job offers located in the Montreal economic region with wages below $27.47/hour. Montreal, one of Canada's largest metropolitan areas, has been grappling with increasing unemployment rates and challenges in integrating its local workforce into the job market. The economic region of Montreal includes the following municipalities: Baie-de-Raffay, Beaconsfield, Côte-Saint-Luc, Dollard-des-Ormeaux, Dorval, Hampstead, Kirkland, L'Île-d'Orval, Montreal, Montreal East, Montreal West, Mount Royal, Pointe-Claire, Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue, Centreville, and Westmount. It is important to note that this suspension also applies to all applications for LMIAs, including those submitted under the facilitated processing. The decision to temporarily freeze low-wage occupations under the Temporary Foreign Worker Program comes in response to mounting concerns that the influx of foreign workers is exacerbating these challenges, particularly in sectors that typically offer lower wages. According to recent statistics, Montreal's unemployment rate has seen fluctuations, with certain demographics, such as young adults and immigrants, facing higher rates of joblessness. The provincial government, recognizing the need to prioritize local employment opportunities, submitted a formal request to the federal government for a freeze on the issuance of labor market impact assessments for low-wage positions in the city. This request has now been granted, reflecting a collaborative effort between federal and provincial authorities to address the unique economic challenges faced by Montreal. Exceptions to the process. Every government announcement always comes with exceptions. Below are the exceptions to this new announcement that you must know. A few exceptions to the processing suspension exist, such as 1. Positions in a location outside the economic region of Montreal. 2. Positions with an offered wage that is equal to or greater than the current median hourly wage in Quebec, $27.47/hour, and 3. LMIAs applications that were submitted before September 3, 2024. In addition, employers who are applying for LMIA positions from specific industry groupings in the North American Industry Classification System, such as those in the agriculture, construction, food processing, education, and health and social services sectors, will also be exempt. What this means for employers and workers. The approval of this temporary freeze is expected to have immediate and far-reaching implications for both employers and workers in Montreal. Employers who rely on the TFW program to fill low-wage positions will need to adjust their hiring strategies, potentially leading to increased efforts to recruit and retain local talent. This could result in a shift in the local labor market dynamics, with businesses offering more competitive wages and benefits to attract domestic workers. For local workers, this policy change could open up new employment opportunities in sectors that have historically relied on foreign labor. The provincial government has emphasized the importance of supporting local workers, particularly those who have been disproportionately affected by the economic downturns of recent years. The freeze is intended to create a more favorable job market for these individuals, with the hope that it will lead to lower unemployment rates and greater economic stability in the region. Government response: a balancing act. The federal government's decision to approve the provincial request highlights the delicate balance that policymakers must strike between supporting local employment and meeting the labor needs of businesses. The TFW program has long been a critical tool for employers in sectors such as agriculture, hospitality, and retail, where labor shortages are common. However, the program has also faced criticism for its potential to displace local workers and suppress wages. In announcing the approval of the freeze, the Government of Canada emphasized its commitment to working closely with the provinces to ensure that the DFW program is used in a way that benefits the Canadian economy while protecting the rights and interests of Canadian workers. The federal government has also indicated that it will continue to monitor the situation in Montreal and make adjustments as needed to ensure that the policy achieves its intended goals. Reactions from industry and labor groups. The announcement has sparked a range of reactions from industry leaders, labor groups, and advocacy organizations. Many business associations have expressed concern about the potential impact of the freeze on their operations, particularly in sectors that are already struggling with labor shortages. Some have called for additional support from the government to help businesses transition to a more local workforce. On the other hand, labor groups and worker advocacy organizations have largely welcomed the decision, viewing it as a necessary step to protect local jobs and improve working conditions for domestic workers. These groups have long argued that the DFW program has been used to undermine the bargaining power of local workers and depress wages, particularly in low-wage sectors. The temporary freeze is seen as a positive development in the ongoing effort to strengthen labor standards and ensure that workers in Montreal have access to fair and decent employment. The broader impact, a turning point in Canadian labor policy? The temporary freeze on low-wage occupations in Montreal could have broader implications for labor policy across Canada, as other provinces and territories face similar challenges in balancing the needs of local workers and businesses. This decision may serve as a precedent for future policy changes. The federal government's willingness to grant the provincial request suggests a recognition of the need for more localized approaches to labor market issues, particularly in regions with unique economic circumstances. This development also raises important questions about the future of the TFW program and its role in the Canadian labor market. While the program has been instrumental in addressing labor shortages in certain sectors, the concerns raised by the situation in Montreal highlight the need for ongoing scrutiny and reform. Policymakers may need to consider additional measures to ensure that the program is used in a way that supports, rather than undermines, local employment. Looking ahead, potential outcomes and next steps. As the temporary freeze takes effect, all eyes will be on Montreal to see how the local labor market responds. Will the policy lead to a significant increase in local employment, or will businesses struggle to fill positions without access to foreign workers? The outcomes of this policy shift will likely inform future decisions at both the provincial and federal levels, as policymakers continue to navigate the complexities of Canada's labor market. In the meantime, the federal government has committed to ongoing collaboration with the provincial government to monitor the situation and make any necessary adjustments. This may include revisiting the terms of the freeze or exploring alternative measures to support local employment. Employers, workers, and advocacy groups will also play a critical role in shaping the future of this policy, as their feedback and experiences will provide valuable insights into its impact. Conclusion: a critical juncture for Montreal's labor market. The approval of a temporary freeze on low-wage occupations under the Temporary Foreign Worker Program in Montreal marks a critical juncture for the city's labor market. As the policy takes effect, it represents both a challenge and an opportunity for the region. For employers, it will require a reassessment of hiring practices and a renewed focus on local recruitment. For workers, it offers the potential for increased job opportunities and improved working conditions. Ultimately, the success of this policy will depend on its ability to achieve a delicate balance between supporting local employment and meeting the needs of businesses. As Montreal embarks on this new chapter in its labor market story, the lessons learned will likely resonate far beyond the city's borders, influencing labor policy across Canada for years to come. Stay tuned for updates as this story develops, and be sure to subscribe to our newsletter for the latest news and analysis on this and other important issues affecting Canada's labor market. As this new policy takes effect, employers in Montreal will need to navigate a changing landscape for hiring foreign workers. Those affected should prepare for potential adjustments in their hiring strategies and consult with immigration experts to understand how this change may impact their business operations. Staying informed and proactive will be key in adapting to this significant shift in Canada's labor market policy. That is all for today. In this video, what are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.